Happy Tuesday from the suits at the Reserve Bank. Another interest rate hike. It hurts everyone, but for some it stings a little more. Their mortgage repayments have gone up and they don't even have a home. That's because more and more builders are going bust.
What about us? What about us?
The system's broken.
What about us?
There's too many people that can just walk away from these situations and just wash their hands clean and just get away with it.
So you feel the government has discriminated against you?
It is very obvious. It is pure discrimination.
For the past few weeks, the building industry has been in the frame. Companies have crumbled, leaving customers floating in the wind, while company directors who put their businesses into liquidation walk away seemingly like water off a duck's back.
How this can happen?
On a vacant block in Melbourne's east, the signs of a struggling housing industry. This group paid deposits to Horbury Homes, only to discover that when Horbury went into liquidation in February, domestic building insurance policies hadn't been taken out on their behalf by the builder, leaving more than 40 sites in limbo, like this block where Cameron Compton hopes to live with wife Brandy and kids Caitlin and Jed.
It takes years to save up. We're just an average family. Just want to live a good life to be able to take out deposits like that. It's almost criminal.
500 customers of failed builder Porter Davis in exactly the same position will have their deposits covered by a $15 million grant from Victoria's Andrews government. It will cost less than $500,000 to do the same for Horbury customers, and they're wondering, why have they been left out?
We just want this to be extended to us because we feel being discriminated.
As interest rates rose 25 basis points today, we contacted Horbury directors Cliff Hall and Glenn Smith. Both declined to comment.
Generally, directors are not liable for company debts, but there are a lot of exceptions. And one of the main exceptions is liabilities that accrue to directors if the company continues to trade whilst insolvent.
Jared Munro is a partner at Cornwalls and an expert in reconstruction and insolvency.
If you're talking about a construction company going out and saying big sale, come and pay a deposit and we'll do you a great deal, and then getting all this money and then going into liquidation or some other form of insolvency administration, then that could be illegal, yes.
Horbury Homes director Cliff Hall's background shows this isn't his first brush with a troubled business. Hall was a director of another company trading as Horbury Homes North that went into administration on the 3rd of March 2016. Hall ceased to be a director of that company just 2 days before. Is there a limit on the number of times an individual as a director can put a company into liquidation before they face consequences?
There is no formal limit, and it used to be that there are cases, and I've come across cases where directors might be on their, pick a number, their 5th, 10th, 50th case where the company's gone into liquidation.
When Porter Davis went down the tube, grandfather Des Umbers was amongst the hundreds of families left out of pocket thousands of dollars. Few could have known just how empty the coffers were at Porter Davis before managing director Anthony Roberts pulled the plug.
So one guy's gone into liquidation and caused grief for 1,700 other people. We're all rapidly learning things that we never thought we'd have to come across. Because it's just too easy for people to put companies in liquidation and walk away. I'm very conservative, I'm very safe, and I did due diligence on this, in hindsight, probably the worst decision I ever made.
Some Porter Davis customers made payments the day before it entered liquidation, and many customers say they were promised insurance policies to protect their deposits that weren't organised.
Where the small people are still affected by the actions of one big person, if you like, corporate person.
Porter Davis Managing Director Anthony Roberts has denied multiple requests for interview from A Current Affair, and we failed to find him at his beach house, farm or mansion in Melbourne's east.
We know the owner's got huge assets, and if we had access to those assets, we wouldn't be in this situation.
But Jared says even if a director is found to have traded while insolvent, the current system makes it difficult to claw back the cash.
Well-structured directors may not actually have any assets in their own name, even if they appear on the face of it to be quite wealthy.
As for Des, he had an insurance policy via the state-managed scheme that only pays out 20% of the bill, far less than he'd paid to Porter Davis before work stopped. Around 1,000 Porter Davis customers are in the same position, and as Des dreams of one day moving into his waterside home, he's hoping to reel in some government support as well.
Can you fish in here?
You can, yeah. Yep. It opens up onto the bay, so it's won environmental awards for the project here, yeah. So.
And you guys are currently looking not for a fishing line, but for a lifeline to get your house built.
Exactly. Yeah, couldn't have put it better myself.